News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 98.3 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Junior Trump stumps for Gianforte. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning for Monday, April 24th, 2017. Right now it's cloudy. We have 41 degrees in Missoula. A newscast sponsored by Dickett Excavating. For all your excavation needs, they provide 30 years of excellence. Call 214-4292. This morning's top story, Donald Trump Jr. is drumming up support of the U.S. Congress Republican candidate Greg Gianforte before an energized crowd of hundreds Friday in Hamilton. The president's son was on stage at the event center at the fairgrounds with Gianforte along with Senator Steve Daines. Trump was the featured speaker, talking about how Gianforte would work well with the Trump agenda in Washington.
We have the opportunity to have someone that can help push my father's agenda forward. An agenda that you've all seen over the last few months now. Real action, real resolve. I said it earlier and I'm probably getting in trouble for it, but so since it's out there, I'll say it again. Hey, when we're talking about the red lines in Syria, Tomahawk missiles seem to be a lot more effective than ground.
Trump noted his friendship with Gianforte. He spoke glowingly of the Montana lifestyle, relating experiences he's had in the Montana outdoors.
We have a great opportunity to show that this is real, that it is really the movement that everyone knows it is here. We have the opportunity to put someone in Congress to fill a seat vacated by another great American who we were with earlier today, Ryan Zinke, who's also become a friend. And, it's actually interesting. I sort of have a lot of relationships in Montana, but I guess because when you're into the stuff that I'm into, whether it be fishing, the outdoors, hunting, and if you have some common sense, to the man you all voted for president in Congress again, representing your state.
Trump also urged the crowd to vote and get their friends to vote for the special Montana election May 25th.
Don't sit back and watch. Be a part of the movement that I had the privilege of being a part of and seeing firsthand. So make sure to get your friends out to know. Early voting starts in about a week. 70% of the vote will be done before Election Day on May 25th. Get your friends out. Get them to vote.
It wasn't all just about politics, though. A prairie dog hunt was also on the agenda for the four-city tour for Trump's son. Gianforte said nothing's more fun than an afternoon shooting the rodents considered pests because they eat crops. Trump's son, of course, an avid hunter. And the Humane Society of the United States condemned the hunt, though. Lindsay Sterling Crank is the group's Prairie Dog Coalition director. She says female prairie dogs are now nursing their offspring. She said she would love to take Trump to take pictures of the prairie dogs. Federal and local authorities say they arrested a fugitive after finding him on the roof of a building in downtown Billings. Chief Deputy Rod Ostermiller of the U.S. Marshals Service says 32-year-old Tyson Heisler was unarmed and arrested without incident Thursday. Police say they've been looking for Heisler since last Tuesday when he abandoned his vehicle near Duck Creek and ran from law enforcement. Heisler was wanted on a probation violation. A woman with Heisler, 24-year-old Kelsey Cochran, was arrested on drug charges. Neither could be reached for comment. It was not known if they had attorneys. Heisler was sentenced in 2009 to 9 years in prison for multiple felonies. In Missoula Justice Court Friday, two women appeared before Judge Marie Anderson, the first 35-year-old Jennifer Rodarte, who faced numerous drug charges, according to Deputy County Attorney Amber Henning.
This defendant was found in possession of 1.7 grams of methamphetamine, 2 pipes, and a digital scale. A search of her phone revealed that she has been dealing methamphetamine. She is currently on felony probation for a felony DUI. We feel that she presents a danger to the community given her substance abuse issues, proclivity to drive and use meth.
In addition, 19-year-old Mariah Hadley was charged with felony burglary and obstruction of justice after allegedly breaking into a home on Biggers Lane.
She is alleged to have broken into the victim's home with another male and a male driver, took 2 TVs and personal paperwork as well as medical documents. The burglary took place in the middle of the day, and the homeowner came home to find the defendant and her co-defendants in the home. The defendant has a history of theft and criminal trespass and has been charged with robbery.
Anderson set bail of $25,000 for Rodarte, $10,000 for Hadley. The Missoula County Attorney's Office handled 21 felony cases over the course of the past week. County Attorney Kirsten Pabst says nearly a fourth of those cases came in late Thursday and that there were a number of violent crimes involved.
We had 3 violent cases that involved family members. One was a partner family member assault, third offense. There was an assault with a weapon. It involved a situation where there was an order of protection in place, and the Suspect allegedly threatened the victim's dogs and then picked up a hammer and threatened her.
7 people were charged with felony drug crimes, not to mention a host of areas of other charges.
There was a new burglary, a criminal mischief, 4 endangerment cases. One involved DUI with child endangerment of 5-year-old in the back seat that was unrestrained with an intoxicated driver. There was one that involved 5 counts of criminal endangerment and fleeing from police officers.
Pardon me. One man was accused of using methamphetamine to take advantage of his 17-year-old girl, while yet another was charged with evidence tampering for trying to delete material off Facebook. 41-year-old Montana woman has been sentenced for sending sexually explicit messages to a 15-year-old boy back in 2015. The Great Falls Tribune reports Kathy Peterson of Great Falls was sentenced Friday to 25 years with the Department of Corrections and 20 years suspended. She pleaded guilty in December to attempted sexual assault in a plea agreement in which prosecutors had recommended a 10-year suspended sentence. District Judge John Kutzman designed Peter a Tier 1 sex offender and required her to undergo sex offender treatment. Kutzman rejected an earlier agreement that would have allowed Peterson to avoid admitting guilt, but acknowledged that prosecutors had enough evidence to gain a conviction. Kutzman said the community would have demanded different action if the gender roles had been reversed. The Week of the Young Child starts today in Missoula with 2 special events in honor of April as Child Abuse Prevention Month. Today, Healthy Start Missoula will sponsor a free night for families at a carousel for Missoula from 4 till 5:30 p.m. Then tomorrow, the State of the Young Child will be presented from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn. Healthy Start Coordinator Anna Semple outlined one of the topics to be covered in those seminars.
We'll really be focusing on the importance of high-quality child care, the challenges that we face around it. It costs more to send your child to child care than it does to the University of Montana. So we see that cost is a big issue and availability is also a huge issue.
And Semple said some Montana businesses are offering innovative child care options for their employees.
So we have some people coming out from Livingston, Montana. They run an on-site child care at a printing company and have done a really great job making that work for their employees as an incentive to keep working at the company and just to respect that that's a huge need that they have.
According to the Montana Budget and Policy Center, the average cost of child care for a 4-year-old is $7,900 a year. The average cost of infant care, $9,000 per year. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies today with areas of rain. Daytime highs will be in the mid-50s. Tonight, a chance of showers with their overnight lows in the mid to upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.